We're almost set to go for the Track Attack Hyundai Excels, brought to you by EFS 4x4 Accessories and Castrol. And of course, very big thanks to our broadcast sponsors here this weekend, Factor Fire, for all your fire protection needs. Check out Factor Fire, the support of Ryan Casher's race car, RyanCasherRacing.com. And well, on the subject of Ryan Casher, the qualifying time that was listed for him was sensational. In fact, it was too sensational. Turns out that being 1.5 seconds faster than everybody else was due to a timing error. And Ryan Casher will be starting the race out of position number 7, I think. Brett Parrish it is, the four-time champion in the red and black B Pro car, starting from pole position. Alongside him in the bright blue there is James Simpson, the number 76 XL racer. Cameron Bartholomew, that black number 95, will start from position number 3. Alongside him, the number 81 of Riley Beggs. Position number 5 is Trey Machota. There's the silver, white and red car, and immediately behind them the black and blue car of Mitch Waller. Darren Whittington will start from, and there they are, the two bright yellow cars. Darren Whittington, the unit number 52 I should say, and the number 75, the Factor Fire car there of Ryan Casher. Rounding out the top 10, we have Luke Pink, relatively new competitor to the class, and he's made the top 10 in qualifying. Fantastic work. And Benjamin Gomersall, second generation racer, joining them on the within the top 10. Ryan O'Sullivan was just outside the top 10 in the number 74 car, starting from position 11. Brady Owen alongside. Then we go back to Jared Hughes and Dan Natoli. Huge field of XLs here this weekend. Ryan Burse and Sam Taylor, the 8th row of the grid. Then we have Omar Sharma and Mick McLeod. We've had one latecomer come out of the pits. We'll start from rear of field. The rounding out the top 20 is Andrew Hamilton and Harrison Bates. Then we go to Jason Harron and Liam Moyse. Josh Richards is 23rd ahead of Richard Spray. Then Stephen Scales and Ivan Painter rounding out. They are on the 13th row of the grid. James Van Roon and Madison Willis start from row 14. Then we've got Shane Mahoney and Gordon Smith. Charlie Monteleone and Josh Dremel. Brooke Wanless and Chris Wilkins, Caleb Peterson and Jordan McNamara, Brendan Martin and Ryan King, Dion Andrews and Dylan Rhoda is the car that's coming out of the field late, I think. Had problems in qualifying. In fact, I think their engine went sour on them. Don't know if they were able to get the car up and dancing again. 2 warm-up laps for the Track Attack XL Cup. The latecomer out onto the field is actually the 555 car. James Van Roon. Van Roon qualified 27th, but he's going to be forced to start from rear of grid. Don't think he'll be able to take up his race position. With 2 warm-up laps, he might get there in time. Okay, looking at Van Roon, and he's just lining up at the tail of the field, so he will start rear of grid. So Brett Parrish on pole position, number 54, red with the black roof line. Behind him, the light blue there of James Simpson. And then that almost evil-looking black car of Cameron Bartholomew. He's a bit of a shark, young Cameron. I say young. He's been racing for about 7 or 8 seasons now. Seasoned competitor, one of the fastest XL Cup competitors, former lap record holder for the class here at Queensland Raceway. He's won races all over the country, actually. One of the brilliant things about XL racing, apart from being one of the cheapest racing classes you can get into, they're also racing in every state of the nation. and there are even 2 series in some states. Down in Victoria, they can get I have seen grids of 80 cars trying to line up for races in Victoria. Not quite that serious here in Queensland. I mean, serious is probably not the right word for it, but nonetheless, we have 40 cars here today. I don't think all 40 are taking the start here, but we're lining up into grid formation now. Parrish in red, Simpson in blue, then the 2 black cars on the second row of the grid of Bartholomew and Riley Beggs, the white and orange car to watch out there for Trey Machota, and alongside him, the car of Mitch Wooler. This huge grid as the Factor Fire XLs come around to take the start. Watch out for those 2 bright yellow cars of Whittington and Kasha back in around row 4 of the grid. We are taking the start now. And Bartholomew has nailed the start from the second row of the grid. And he's got both the front row starters. Bartholomew into turn 1 ahead of Parrish and Simpson. Machota has launched well from the third row of the grid, and he's lining up 4th, but he's got cars on both sides of him. It looks like that's Wooler trying to get up the inside of Machota, but onto the back straight for the first time. It's Bartholomew leading Simpson, Parrish in 3rd, and then it's a scramble for positions after that. Wooler is Machota's nosing slightly ahead of Wooler. Riley Beggs caught out on the start. He's dropped a few positions, and he's been swarmed by those 2 bright yellow cars of Whittington and Kasha. Out of turn 3, Bartholomew leads the way. Simpson started strongly, but the front row of the grid was just swamped by an absolutely whole-shot start there from Cam Bartholomew, and he leads them into Snake Gully for the first time. Bartholomew, Simpson, Parrish. Then we got Wooler has gotten over the top of Machota. Then we've got Ryan Cash at the Factor Fire car ahead of the unit car there of Whittington. Beggs has lost both positions. Looks like Luke Pink was... Oh no, that's a Gomasol actually who's climbed up through the order. Looking a bit further down the field, some of the cars that were buried in the grid a bit. No one's making significant progress from further back in the field. Across the stripe, the leaders come. Bartholomew, Simpson, Parrish, Waller in 4th, Machota, Whittington, Beggs, O'Sullivan, Pink, Gomasol, Taylor, Natoli, Owen Hughes, Burst, and McLeod. That's your top 16. Simpson's got a great run through turn 2. Should give him a slingshot run for the back straight. Bartholomew's holding him out, trying to block the attack. They come down into turn 3. Simpson's been conservative under brakes, letting Bartholomew go deep. Parrish is trying an early run, getting the brakes over and done with early, trying to get a tighter run through turn 3. This huge pack of cars swarming around turn 3. No significant contact amongst the cars in the big field, with a car slowing further back there. I think it's just a poor exit out of turn 3. No, there's a car that's definitely in trouble. Parrish there just losing ground to the 2 leaders, Bartholomew and Simpson leading the way. Oh, there's great scrap going on there with Whittington at the head of a group of several cars. Oh, there's around 20 or so. Then we've got a car that's limping around the circuit, just trying to pick up that limping car. Mitch Wall appears to be the car on the move at the moment in 4th place. The black and turquoise car. He's left the group fighting over for what was 4th place and is climbing onto the leading group. So Mitch Wooler doing a fantastic job there. So the leading pack is now a group of 4, with 2 drivers fighting over 5th as Ryan Kasher is trying to hunt down Trey Machota. But Bartholomew, Simpson, Parrish and Wooler, the leading group now. Riley Beggs has fallen to 7th and he's fending off Darren Whittington right at the moment. Oh, it's got Whittington under control for the moment. He's got a bit of a gap actually on Whittington. Behind Whittington, O'Sullivan's moving up the field strongly. Gomersall in 10th. Here's our race leaders are bunching up under brakes into turn 4. Snake Gully as turns 4 and 5 are collectively known. Bartholomew Simpson in the bright blue, then Parrish, the 4-time champion. Waller in 4th place. Waller's lining up Parrish for a run under brakes. Here he goes, Mitch Waller dives down underneath Parrish, gets it done. Textbook overtaking manoeuvre into turn 6. So leaders come down the straight now. Dick Johnson straight. Bartholomew Simpson, Waller now in 3rd. Parrish, Machota, Kasha, Beggs, Whittington, O'Sullivan, Gomersall, Luke Pink in 11th. Then Owen, Natoli, Taylor and McLeod. That's the top 15. Now there's Ryan Cash in the Factor 5 car, the yellow and black car chasing down Trey Machota. This is the battle for 5th position on track at the moment, but we move up to the leading quartet, and Simpson's going for the lead, right up alongside Bartholomew under brakes into turn 3. He's in excellent position to get it done. Bartholomew can't defend from there. It's going to be around about the exit out of turn 3. And if Bartholomew can stay there, and he has, that gives him the braking run into turn 4. So Simpson was able to get into the lead, but he won't keep it. Even though he's nosing ahead now, he's on the wrong line for turn 4, and here comes Waller. Waller's going for 2nd place, he's got it. Slipstream Bartholomew under brakes into turn 4 and gets past. Very nicely done there by Mitch Waller, who's the fastest car on the circuit now. Simpson's not going to give this up. He's forcing it. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 6. 3 wide. Not quite. Down the straight they come. Bartholomew's back into the lead. Waller. Well, he didn't lose the lead actually. Waller's 2nd. Parrish, Simpson, Machota and Beggs. Whittington, Pink, O'Sullivan, that's the top 10. After that we have Gomersall, Owen, Natoli, McLeod and Taylor. Liam Moyes is next. And rounding out the top 20 was Burst, Sharma, Aaron and Josh Richards uncharacteristically down the order. There's some huge scraps going on a bit further back in the pack, but up front Simpson's losing 4th. Here comes Machota. Machota's broken away from Kasha. He's got a tremendous run through turns 1 and 2, and he's lining up Simpson for a break run. Bartholomew leads, Waller 2nd, Parrish 3rd, and Trey Machota is now into 4th place. That's a fantastic run from young Trey. Got past Simpson. Simpson was looking good to maybe take the win here, but he's lost 4 positions now. And he's trying to get back around the outside of Machota at turn 4. It's a long way around from there. He's just trying to hang to get the brake line, the favourable braking line into turn 6. Riley Beggs has got past Ryan Kasha. They're coming around to complete lap 5. There's Beggs and Kasha wandering through the screenshot there. We've had a car that, the car that has been into the pits for most of the races. Oh, we got spinners over at turn 1. Turn 4, I should say. It's contact, and a bright green car it is, who's been spun by some of the other cars involved. Trying to pick up who that is. It's the number 51. So the car involved there. That might be Jordan McNamara actually. No, it'll be Stephen Scales. That's who it is who's in trouble there. But back to the race leaders. Bartholomew, Waller and Parrish. It's a battle in 3 now. And there's the battle for 4th place going on. Machota and Simpson fighting over that 4th place. Riley Beggs tucked up underneath them. Beggs is coming back onto the pace as the race has gone on. He got absolutely blitzed at the start of the race by several cars, but back with this leading group here. Waller and Parrish fighting over 2nd. We see dust kicking up in the background as some cars. Oh, a twitch from Bartholomew through turn 4. He slows dramatically as he had some steering issues there. 3 wide running down the hanger straight. Parrish has the inside run. And coming out of turn 6 onto the straight they come. It's 2 wide at the moment, looking to make it 3. Parrish has got the lead. Bartholomew's looking to regain it. Bartholomew leads, but Parrish has the inside line for turn 1. Struggling to hold on to a Waller right there in 3rd place. There's a great scrap down to the base of the top 10, which you could just see. But now the race lead has turned into a battle of 6. Mashota's back into 3rd place. Got the run on Waller through turn 2. Fantastic work there. That little error from Bartholomew in turn 4 has slowed up the 3 race leaders, and that's allowed the cars. And Riley Beggs is making a great run here on down the inside. This is getting terribly scrambled. Bartholomew's gone deep. Parrish has taken a conservative brake run on the inside line. Waller's trying the high line, maybe trying to get a slingshot. It's not really working, and they're starting to string out again. We are on lap 7 at the moment. 3 laps to go, 10 lapper for the XLs. Bartholomew, Parrish, Waller, then Beggs and Simpson. Mashota seems to have fallen off the pack slightly. In fact, more than fallen off. He's gone missing. Where's Mashota gone? Oh, Mashota's limping, and so's Kasha actually. Leaders coming across the stripe. Parrish tucked right in. Here we go into turn 1. Bartholomew, Parrish side by side. Mitch Waller in 3rd. Leaders going through turn 2. Parrish has got the inside line through turn 2. Bartholomew on the high line. Waller underneath them. Beggs and Simpson just pack of 5 going at it. Here comes Waller. Oh, and Darren Whittington's retired. Here we go, 3 wide down into turn 6. Waller on the inside, Parrish in the middle, Bartholomew high. So Parrish has the lead now. Bartholomew second, and here comes Riley Beggs. Beggs is slipstreaming Bartholomew. He's going to try and get underneath Waller. And Bartholomew goes to the lead, outbraking Parrish into turn 4 and forcing him slightly wide on the exit. It's hard racing. Waller is now trying to do a bit of NASCAR bump drafting on the run up turn 4, the hanger straight. This race is going all the way to the end. We're completing lap number 8. There'll be 2 laps to go when they cross the stripe. Bartholomew from Parrish and Waller. Into turn 1 they go. So Bartholomew holds the lead now from Parrish and Waller, then Beggs and Simpson hanging on to the leading group. We've lost Trey Mashota, who's slowed dramatically, as has Ryan Kasha. They both appear to have had mechanical trouble somewhere. So tail of the field, just coming through turn 3. Leaders are about to arrive. Here they are. Oh, little bit of contact. Just the smallest of contacts there. I actually see that Brady Owen and Luke Pink are climbing onto the leading group there. They're 2 of them fighting over 6th place. They are not that far behind the leading group. Brady Owen's car looks actually fantastic. This orange car that's holding down 6th will just appear. There they are. There's Owen and Pink. These 2 fighting over 6th place at the moment. The Tin Can car and the Loxie's car, they're both chasing the leading quintet. Just looking what's going on a little. Oh, back towards the leading 5 across the stripe they come. Bartholomew, Parrish, Wooler, Beggs and Simpson. This has been a fantastic scrap between these 5 cars. There's the 2 fighting over 6th. Another 2 cars fighting over 8th place. That's up Benjamin Gomersall, who's fighting with Ryan O'Sullivan for position. So they're not far from the leading group either. Well, we're seeing that Bartholomew and Parrish have got a slight gap on Wooler on the run down the back straight. It's compacting though. Riley Beggs is going on the outside. Mitch Wooler had a fantastic braking run there. But you see Parrish has got a great exit out of turn 3. He got his braking over and done early, got the power on early, so that's why Wooler was able to close up and then go away, and then Parrish was able to go away on the Hanger Straight, on the Blake Straight run to turn 4. Parrish into the lead. Bartholomew was caught wide at turn 5, and we're going 3 wide. Beggs is looking for a run through, and here comes Wooler. Wooler's got a big run into turn 6. We're coming up to the checkered flag this time. A scrambling run to the end. Who's going to get it? It's Bartholomew wins from Parrish. Wooler. And it's photo finish for 4th place. The timing system has given 4th to Simpson over Beggs. Brady Owen comes home in 6th place ahead of Luke Pink. Then we've got Benjamin Gomersall and Ryan O'Sullivan home for 8th and 9th. McLeod leads Natoli across the line for 10th. Sam Taylor has crossed the line in a 12th place. A great run. Jason Harron has come from a long way back to finish 13th. Then we've got Dylan Burse, I think that is, yes. Burse home for 14th, ahead of Liam Moyse. So there, just to recap then, Bartholomew gets the win from Parrish, Wooler, Simpson and Beggs. Owen, Pink, Gomersall, O'Sullivan and McLeod is your top 10. Dan Natoli, Sam Taylor, Jason Harron, Burse, Moyse. Harry Bates has come home 16th. And then we've got Richard Espray, Andrew Hamilton, Josh Richards, Amar Sharma rounding out the top 20 ahead of Rhoda, Gordon Smith, McNamara, Mahoney, Madison Wooler, Mitch's sister. Then we've got Brooke Wanless, Patterson, Van Roon, Wilkins, Martin and Monteleone. Andrews crossing the line now. King and 33 cars have made the finish in the end. We lost Kasha. Hughes has come home 2 laps down in 34th position. And we lost over the course of the race Ryan Kasha, Trey Machota, Darren Whittington, Stephen Scales, Ivan Painter and Josh Dremel didn't take the start. So thank you to Factor Fire for all your fire protection needs, supporting Ryan Kasha and RyanKashaRacing.com, and our category sponsors, of course, EFS 4x4 accessories and Castrol. And we will be back with race 2 later on. In the meantime, we'll have a break of at least half an hour or so while there are another 3 races go through, and then we will be back with the Get Chopped Australian Trans Ams. And this is Mark Jones for MTR Images live streaming, brought to you by our broadcast sponsors Factor Fire and Get Chopped.